welcome to another cooking episode, and today we welcome back Chef Mujahid Francis. Assalamu alaikum, Chef.
Wa alaikum salam. I'm glad to be back again for another episode.
Well, it's always nice having somebody of your caliber cooking for us. And what dish are we making today?
So today I'm going to prepare for you guys a lovely steak cottage pie served with yellow rice.
Okay, wonderful. That sounds delicious. That sounds, you know, with the weather we're having recently as well, I think it's just perfect. But I think cottage pie can be eaten all year round.
All year round, it's a lovely dish.
What are the ingredients that we use?
So the key ingredients we're using today would be the tenderized steak, which is over here. We're using some lovely mashed potatoes. Potatoes over there, onions, some knorr, brown onion soup, some cheddar as well. And the secret ingredients of mine would be the lappy sauce and the chutney, Mr. Ball's chutney,
nice.
Mrs. Ball's chutney.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Assemble this lovely dish for us.
Let's get it. First we need to put this pan on, so it needs to get heated for us over here.
Okay.
There we go. And as soon as the pan gets heated, we're going to put in a stick of butter. So I would use about 250 ml or maybe like a quarter butter in there as well. And while that is busy, what I like to do is add in my rice so it gets cooking, and my potatoes, because potatoes normally generally takes longer to cook.
Right.
So what we do is we cut them into quarters so they cook evenly and they cook quicker.
Right. Gotcha.
Well.
And obviously cooking with gas, you know, the temperature varies as well, so you're going to watch it.
A lot of people tend to get confused when they cook with gas and they cook on the stove.
Right.
So gas, it heats up very quickly, so you need to watch it. So what I like to do is I cut my potatoes into quarters instead of wholes, because it gets basically cooked quicker.
Quicker. Okay.
There we go.
Right, that goes into the water.
Into the water over there.
No salt, no.
We're gonna put in the salt afterwards. I was gonna just about to say. Just about to say we need to salt the water because we don't want bland food.
Of course.
That's the thing. So a tablespoon or a teaspoon of salt actually into the potatoes and into the rice as well. And then while that is cooking, we're waiting for our butter to get warm and it's looking like it's melting nice and evenly. So this recipe, look one, I picked up when I was staying at my friend's place in Crawford. Okay. So before I was a chef, I worked at a call center, and I used to stay in Crawford.
Right.
So my friend's place, and his mother would make. They're from Indian descent,
right.
So they would make the most powerful dishes that I've ever tasted in my life.
Right.
Like they turned me to like dal curry. I never liked dal curry ever in my life. Like I'm not. If my mom is watching, but I never used to eat dal curry now. She used to make it, and I was like, nah, I'll have bread tonight. You know, I'm fine. But then I went to stay at my friend's place, and his mom made dal curry one night, and it was just.
With the curry leaves and the red chilies, all that.
Red chilies, all of
potato in as well?
No potato, but she would add chicken in there, and she would make it with white rice, and she would add jeera seeds into the rice as well.
Stunning.
Oh my word.
Stunning.
I picked up a lot of meals, and this is one of the dishes that I picked up from her. I needed to make it in the restaurant where we work at. I was like, Auntie Soraya Kanala.
And I hope you named it Auntie Soraya's cottage pie as well, just to give her that credit that is due.
I should actually. You actually reminded me. I should call it Soraya Bayat.
There we go.
Cottage pie. She would actually kill me if she found out that I'm making it on there and I didn't tell her. So there we go. Okay, so the butter's melted nice and evenly. So what we would do is we throw in our onions to caramelize it.
So about 1 onion, 1.5?
So I would, because it depends on how much we're cooking for. Okay. So because it's just the two of us and the crew behind the scenes, I would use about 1.5 onions as well.
Gotcha.
There you go, stunning. And by now you can already smell that aroma is coming through.
Definitely.
It's just a mixture of the garlic and the ginger with the butter and the onions. I mean, it's good
smells
enough
like home. You know, when you have these smells come through, it smells like home.
That's brilliant. Okay, cool. There we go.
That's looking good.
Amazing. Okay, then what I like to use, because it's a Ramadan prep series, you can use a different cut of meat, but because we need to be quick and for iftar time, you know, Maghrib is quite a little bit earlier than usual.
True.
We use tenderized steak, or you can also use minute steak. But for this occasion, I would use tenderized steak. It's just much more, the taste is better, I suppose, because of the fat that's on there as well.
Okay.
So while our onion is getting brown, we add in the steak. stuff.
That's about how much steak there, chef?
Just under, say, 500 grams.
Okay. Looks like, I was going to say about half a kilo.
Half a kilo, yeah, half a kilo. There we go.
So what are we looking for when we putting this together, chef? A little bit of brown in?
Yes, so what I picked up from Gordon Ramsay, what he taught me while I was in France, studying with him.
Okay.
No color, no flavor. So don't be scared to not burn your food, but just get a little bit of browning on there as well. So you need to have that browning. So if you get it in there, you'll see that it starts changing color. It will start to get white. And then after the whitening, you will see it start getting brown.
Okay.
And that is where we need to be in there. And some more pepper. Beautiful.
So what do you use when you cook? I mean, obviously you look, you smell, you feel.
Okay, yeah, so that's my philosophy behind cooking is that we need to smell it, we need to taste it, and we need to prep before the time as well.
Okay, gotcha.
You see, people cook with they eat with their eyes before they eat with their taste buds.
So true.
There you go. You're getting some nice color on there now.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And remember, viewers, this will be available on our YouTube channel after the episode has aired on our channel during Ramadan. So you can always pause, fast forward, rewind, so you can make this amazing recipe. Okay, chef, we're now on to our next step of the dish. The potatoes have now softened.
Yes, it has.
And now we're going to mash them up.
Yes, but before we mash them up, there's some ingredients that we need to throw in.
Okay.
So we need to go in there with some butter.
Okay.
Tablespoon of butter in there.
Okay.
Another tablespoon just to add. You see, butter adds a nice creamy texture to your dish.
Gotcha.
So I like to work with butter. It's very nice.
Gotcha.
From the butter, we can add in, and this is just what I like to do. I like to add some cheddar cheese in there as well.
Okay.
Just to go in there like that.
Oh, that's nice. That's an interesting twist.
Yeah, nice creamy mashed potato.
Right.
Then some pepper, and this is all before we mash the potatoes. In there. Some nice pepper to taste. Some salt as well.
Okay.
Then, just a little bit before we start mashing,
Okay.
just a little bit of milk. Just like that.
Stunning.
And then we go in there with the mash. And this is the fun part.
So no need to go to gym today.
There we go. We can work that arms in here at the kitchen. There we go. Nice mash. And this is my technique with the mashing.
Ah, brilliant.
Again.
It's so convenient when we buy the ready-made or the instant stuff, but this is the proper way to do it, right?
Exactly, the work for it, you know. Once you work for it, it tastes better at the end. Because that ready-made stuff you put into the microwave and done afterwards, you don't appreciate the food.
Also
this
true.
one, we need to work it in. Amazing. This is the type of texture that we're looking for over here. So
Brilliant.
you can almost feel like it's sticking to the bottom, and you can lift it up a little bit like that.
Okay.
See how the bowl is coming off the.
Gotcha.
There we go. That's the one. Just a little bit more, and then once this is finished, we are going to assemble the dish.
Okay.
So I'm fine with that. Put that over there. Then let's get to assembling.
Okay. Right, so our steak mixtures, that's been done, and that's smelling delicious. And I had a taste as well. It's also tasting delicious. And like you say, we eat with our eyes.
Yes.
And if it looks delicious, it's going to go down just as delicious.
Tastes delicious as well. Yes, perfect. Nice layering in. And this is so nice for Ramadan as well because it's so quick to make, man.
Absolutely.
It's convenient. There's a few ingredients. You don't have to, spin deep into the pockets.
Of course.
It's super good. There we go. Okay. Now, spread it out nice and evenly. There we go. And then on top of that goes our mash.
Okay.
There we go.
That looks amazing.
Go.
And this should feed, you know, 4 to 6
Yeah,
easily.
it should feed easily 4 to 6, and that's without, unfortunately, without another serving.
Right.
But yeah, it should feed easily 4, 5. Maybe we can stretch it to a 6 as well because it's so saucy, and when you dish it, it spreads nice and evenly. So,
And remember, we still have our rice dish as well, so that's going to come through a little bit later.
Yeah, added on as well.
Okay.
There we go. And then, you know, my mother-in-law, she taught me to make
Yes,
patterns on the thing.
that's
you know?
it.
And I always asked her, like, what's it for? Does it add more texture? Does it does nothing at all? It just looks nice. You know, that's the one over there. And
Nice.
and that goes into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
And for about 10 to 12 minutes. And what we're looking for is the browning on top of it.
Okay.
So
Great.
we just put that into the
Okay,
oven.
into the oven it goes.
Oh, nice. There we go. Into the oven, 180.
10 to 15
10
minutes.
to 15 minutes.
We sorted.
Okay.
Shukran, chef. Cut. Is there any variations we can do to this dish, chef?
So this itself is a variation.
Okay.
The original cottage pie, and people's probably going to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's made with mince.
Okay.
Instead,
Yes,
like
correct.
mince, carrots, and you know the mashed potato and things on top of the.
Gotcha.
This variation, like I said, is from my very good friend's mother.
Uh-huh.
Actually, my other mother.
Right.
And this is we got it from her. It was amazing, and I've enjoyed it since.
Alhamdulillah. All right, over to you. We've completed the rice as well.
Yes.
Yellow rice.
Yes. So let's dish the rice first. Okay, nice. Nice bit for you. Then the main part of the dish would be the cottage pie.
Okay, stunning. And we just added some butter to that rice.
Yes, to get it some the textures right.
Okay. That smells delish.
How big a piece do you want to have?
That's sufficient. That's more than enough.
It's quite hot. Let me just hold this onto it. Oops. Oh, lovely stuff.
Stunning. That looks amazing. Wow.
There we go. And for myself. There we go.
And just remember to our viewers, it is quite hot when it comes out. So just be careful when you are diving into this one.
Yeah. You don't want to burn your mouth.
No, definitely not.
There we
Okay,
go.
stunning. Okay, so lovely texture on the potato, on the mash, and definitely with the steak as well. I can see the, you know, it's quite light. It's not heavy. It looks like it's going to be a very delicious dish. And I would normally have a little bit of sauce on the side with that.
But it is quite saucy itself. I don't think you would need
Too much.
any more than that. Yep.
Okay, so let's do a bit of potato and rice. I'm waiting for the meat to cool down. Rice is just like how my mom used to make it, so that's cool. Mash is delicious. Let's have a little bit of the steak.
Oh my word.
That sauce is amazing.
I'm shocked every time when I make this thing.
Wow. The combination of the lapi sauce and the blachang, as they say, is amazing.
Oh, and the texture of the meat as well. Oh wow. Crazy.
Lovely dish. Well done, chef.
Shukran
so much. That's Chef Mujahid Francis showing us how to make his twist on a traditional cottage pie. We're definitely going to have Chef back soon, inshallah. So do look out for another recipe on our Ramadan program as well. From all of us at Hilaal TV, we wish you a good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum.